podcast. I'm your host, Coach Swain, and today's episode is entitled Put Me in the Game, Coach. I'm sitting here today with some very special guests. I will let them introduce themselves to you all.
What's up? My name is Jamie. I'm in 8th grade out of 10, King Middle School.
What's up? My name is Devin. I'm in the 9th grade and I go to Mentorship.
Coach Rob, North Plain High School defensive back coach.
Yo, my name is Terrence. I attend Mays High School. I'm 15.
My name is Jacob. I'm in 10th grade and I go to Manor.
Ted, I'm in the 10th grade. I go to Carver High School.
Corey, 9th grade, go to Manor.
Coach G, I coach baseball and football in Clayton, Henry County.
My name is Rico. I'm in 9th grade and I go to Cedar Grove.
My name is CJ. I go to Manor. I'm 15 years old.
Okay, so we're going to jump right into it. What sports do you all play?
Football.
Basketball.
I play football right now.
Football.
Okay, football, basketball. Guess what's up? What do you hope, or what are you hoping to get out of playing sports in the long run? Like, what's the ultimate goal?
Say like retiring my mom, make it to the league, going D1, stuff like that.
I want to go to the league and make a name for myself.
Same thing with Ted said. I want to make a name
What?
for myself.
I'm with Ted. I don't plan on going to the league too much. I just want to put some money in my pocket, make some mama G.
So you don't want to go to the league?
If it go to that, I'm gonna go to the league. But like, so far, I just want to.
So what you want to do with football?
I want to go like to college and stuff. But if it go to the league, I'll take it out.
All right, so I got a question for him. Like, what you feel like you got to do to get to that point, though? You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't just you skipped right from your grade right now to go to the league. So what you feel like you got to do in the
Put the work in the gym.
I feel like
put the work in the gym, get your grades.
Yeah.
What's the word though?
You gotta be a student athlete. Student athlete.
Y'all, before we gonna come back to that real quick. Because I want to ask y'all some of the basics of y'all playing, because majority, everybody except for Jeremiah is in high school. And so y'all probably been playing since Little League. Like some of y'all been playing since y'all 5-6 years old. And with that, have y'all ever felt like y'all don't want to play sports no more?
Never.
I know y'all still young, but
Never.
you don't feel like that?
Nah, it was like when I had played basketball, I feel like basketball wasn't it. I don't know. Then I used to be an athlete for real. I used to play multiple sports. Then I just stuck to football because I feel like that was my sport.
Well, I play most of the sports right now, so I don't feel like, I don't go nowhere in none of the sports. I'm just, whatever best sport I do, I'm just, go with that.
I'm sorry.
I ain't like football at first. I ain't want to play it. My mama don't make me do it. But I stayed in it because they were paying me after every game. I was doing good. That's why I took it serious.
So you saying your mom made you do it, and
Yeah.
y'all saying like y'all want to, retire your mom and stuff like that. Do y'all ever feel like, have your parent ever made you feel like you let them down? And does that impact how you play?
No.
No.
After every bad game.
But like a bad.
Like, she just,
My mama would tell me I had a bad game, and I'd make up for it this game.
Yeah. My dad would definitely tell me.
Same.
For sure.
Okay, so I'm not even being funny. How many of y'all on this panel are like star athletes? Like y'all the key player in the game?
Everybody.
I'm not. Y'all want to.
like,
So does being a star or key player on the team, does it ever affect you mentally? Because it's like, dang, everybody count on me. If I mess up, everybody gonna be mad at me.
Yes.
Like, it's real.
Because I get mad. Like if the coach get mad at me for something I knew I was supposed to do, I get frustrated and start messing up.
Yeah.
It just take my game away.
Throw the whole game away.
Yeah, throw the whole game away.
But y'all supposed to be superstars though. So if y'all telling us here on this panel that, hey, look, I'm the guy from on my team.
Yeah.
That's what comes with it. You can't allow the pressure to build up and say, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be frustrated now because if you look at the greats, right?
Yeah.
That we watch in the NBA, whether it be Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, or we go to NFL, right? Because I know a lot of y'all play football and we say, Lamar, Patrick Mahomes, or whoever we want to say. Guess what? Every week in and week out, it's stacked against them, right?
Sure.
And it don't matter y'all fans or who y'all fans are, right? Y'all ain't allowing them to. If this my team, my guy got to be great.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And it also kind of goes in you saying that your coach tell you that you do something wrong and you get frustrated, you get off your game. Part of that is like correcting you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you ran the play wrong. You know what I'm saying? Or he know you're not playing up to your potential. That's his responsibility. That's his job to correct you because he's your coach. So he's trying to coach you, you know, the right way. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't take it, you know, like shutting down. You know what I'm saying? Just take it like, you know, and try to make the correction that he's suggesting. You know what I'm saying? So you can make sure that you playing to the best of your potential.
Yeah, one thing I learned about that, you got to be coachable in sports.
Yeah,
for sure. You know.
Yeah. So speaking on that, how important do y'all feel like a relationship with your coach is? I'm a coach myself, and I'm real big on. Y'all know I'm a dance coach, but I can't dance. But I'm big on building bonds and a sisterhood within my team. Like it's very important for me to have a relationship with all my girls. Like, so how important do y'all feel like a relationship with your coach? Because I have seen teams where the coach is just like, they're like, it ain't no.
Yeah, that chemistry with your coach, that's important.
I lost a coach. I lost one of my favorite coach, Net. That was probably the closest man I ever had with a coach. Coach Net. George Rattle, 10 years.
Okay.
Did it affect you?
Yeah, real hard.
In what way?
I don't know. Just maybe you want to go further.
Yeah, go harder. I just lost my coach too, Coach Tit. Yeah. Just make me go harder. He the one that really kept me in the two. He the one that was paying me after every game.
Well, Coach Net paid me $20. I didn't want to play center. I wanted to play running back. I played center. He paid me $20 every game. After every game, I swear.
Yeah.
So as coaches, how do y'all feel like the importance of a relationship with your players?
Man, you got to develop a rapport with your players, man, because if your players don't trust you, you know what I'm saying, it's hard for you to execute a plan. You know what I'm saying? Like as a coach, like we do a lot of schemes, we game planning, and so we putting kids in different positions. So we have to be able to trust them. But in order for them to perform on the high level that we expect for them to do, or just to learn from us, they got to trust us too. So they got to see us really as one of the bros. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Coach Manning.
Oh yeah.
Coach Manning, one of the bros for sure.
He real hard.
Coach Manning, one of the bros for sure.
Yeah.
Coach Rock, how you feel about building that relationship?
Well, with that, you gotta have a relationship with your guys. I know for me personally, it's big for me, and it also is a different, like a key definer for how my coaching style comes off. A lot of times, my guys, especially up at the high school, I'm in the weight room with them. Right, I'm letting them know. Look, coach gonna get up under there. I'm gonna bench press with you. I'm gonna squat with you. I'm gonna hit them heels with you. That right there just allows my guys to understand. I might not do it every day, but coach is equipped and he's ready to, he's ready to put it on the line with me, and that lets them know I'm prepared. I'm going in the film session to do what I need to do to make sure that I'm putting them in the right position, so they comfortable now. They're able to come to me not just about football stuff, but off the field stuff too, because they understand that coach wants to put them in the best situation, whether it's on the field, off the field, or whatever.
And I was just about to ask that, do you feel like coaches are essential in helping navigate your players on and off the field? Like I said, I'm a coach myself, and my girls call me all time of day, night, text me, whatever, and I feel like that is essential because, yes, I'm your coach for this particular sport or whatever, but I'm your life coach too, because I done been through plenty, and I don't want you to have to go through the same thing. So how essential do you feel like on and off the field is not just...
Yeah. I mean, that's as coaches, even starting off at the red level, you got a lot of single moms that bring their kids to practice, you know what I'm saying? And it is dads in the picture in some cases, but sometimes it's just straight single moms. So they may come and say, hey, coach, Lil Jenny got in trouble at school today. He was talking, or he wasn't doing his work. So all right. So we what you want us to do? You know what I'm saying? So we'll discipline them at practice. So it may be running more. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or we talking to them. We stressing the importance of paying attention in class, getting the work done. You know what I'm saying? Also, not giving your mama, you know what I'm saying, or whoever you stay with a hard time because they paying their money. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to be a part of these extracurricular activities. This ain't nothing that just given to you, you know what I'm saying? So, us, just having that, it's a mentorship, you know what I'm saying, that you're taking a part in. You know what I'm saying? And, especially being an athlete, somebody who done it, I done had people who poured into me. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I got to pour back into those who coming to me, and looking up to me as a coach.
Nah, just like Coach said, it's a village, right?
Yeah.
So I know just from my rec experience, right? When I played rec, now I coach at the rec organization that I played for. It was a family for me. You know what I mean? So I understood that it took multiple people, in order for me as a young athlete back then to get to where I'm going now, right? If I wouldn't have had, those team moms and those coaches and, from different areas, growing up, then guess what? I wouldn't have got that extra love and attention that I needed because, my pops was my pops, right? He worked, he get up, he go do what he got to do. Mom, she get up, she go work. So they don't always give you, especially when you talking, that age range or when you're getting ready to be a teen and you moving over, you're getting ready to be 13, going to middle school, you're in middle school, getting ready to go to high school. Parents can't be the only ones that's kind of like accountable for that. You know what I mean? Your coach is going to take heed to that. Your teacher's going to take heed to that too. So it's just ultimately everybody coming together to make sure that these young athletes get everything they need to be successful in life.
Okay. Sure. Okay, so let me ask you all this. Do you feel like a negative relationship between the coach and a parent can affect your game and ultimately your future? Because I done had parents, I done got into it with the parent and it's like, I really don't want to deal with you. And I don't want to take it out on the kid, but if your parent is always a problem, it's kind of like, yeah, you ain't, this not the team for you.
It's probably gonna affect your playing time. If your parent don't like your coach, that's not gonna work for both of each other. Like, for me and the coach, it's not gonna for the team. That's not gonna work. So.
Well, fellas, all y'all should kind of know. I'm gonna just tell y'all this, Jim. If you're looking at getting to the next level, because I know a lot of y'all said y'all want to go pro, right? But what comes before that? College, right?
Yes.
College recruiters, they not recruiting just you. They're recruiting your parents. They're recruiting your family. They want to see what type of background you come from. So that relationship with your parents, as well as you and then the coach, is critical, especially when you're talking about getting to the next level, right? Mm-hmm. So as young athletes, don't always just allow, you can't tell your parents what to do, right? You can't. But at the same time, let your parents know, hey, I'm passionate about this, and I need you to understand and respect that it's a certain way that we have to go about doing this. Because it hurts you in the long run. It will.
It will. Because I know I have kids, and I don't play by my kids, but I had to learn, when you come at somebody, oh, you ain't going to, that, don't nobody want to hear that. And that's not going to, like he said, when you get to college, nobody want to deal with that. It's like, it's a million more people out here that want to be on this team and part of this organization. So if you want to come without everybody, you go do that somewhere else. Like, so.
Yeah, also, like, coach, you know what I'm saying? He coached at high school, you know what I'm saying? A lot of time, the parent can't even get to the coach.
Can't.
You know what I'm saying? So it like at red level, you can go and you can talk to the coach, you know what I'm saying? If you get past the team mom. Some coaches won't even, you know what I'm saying, talk to the parents. They like, nah, I'll let the team mom. Or, they may have a meeting and they'll be able to talk to you. But in that case, like, if a parent is coming and they yelling and fussing with the coach, I've seen it, even this year, on my team. I had a championship team, but I also had a parent that would be yelling, you know what I'm saying, on the field, you know what I'm saying? So the kid trying to listen to the parent, kid trying to listen to the coach, you know what I'm saying? And that kid has so many responsibilities and he's trying to please everybody and that just affect his game, you know what I'm saying? And so it's just like, as a coach is putting kids on the field, it's a safety concern, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't have a kid not out here doing what he's supposed to be doing. They listen to their dad or their mom and they don't know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? That ultimately affects, you know what I'm saying, not just that player, but the team. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a bad situation,
Y'all ever been embarrassed by, like, the way y'all parents respond from something?
For sure.
Don't feel me.
Why? In a good or a bad way? Like, your parent was doing something?
Nah, it was bad way. Me, it was say like, boom, like, middle school, we have a game. She be the loudest one.
That's support.
We talking about cussing us out from the whole team. Talking about like going to the coach and cursing out the coach because you ain't getting no PT or something.
Oh no, I ain't never had that.
Talking about another player.
I done seen that happen though.
To other kids, but it ain't never. My parent never did nothing like that.
Nah.
Okay, so since we kind of like in there of like tempers flaring and all that, let's switch it over to like emotions, like y'all play sports. Are y'all being taught emotional regulation, like how to control your emotions? Because Jeremiah, I done seen you fight in the game. Jacob, I done seen you get ejected from the game trying to fight. So like that ain't gonna cut it when if y'all trying to get where y'all trying to go.
You right.
All the
So
coaches look at that.
So,
You're right.
like, are y'all being taught now, like, how to deal with your emotions or?
Yeah, I had in middle school. I mean, in elementary, I used to take anger management class. Then I got out of it. Oh, for real, I used to take anger management class. I got out of it though. Then like high school, getting kicked out. My mom done put me back in it. They're like, you doing too much on the field. You need to calm down.
So
I done told that
But I
same
don't
thing.
really think parents really get for real that I really take this serious.
Yes.
I'm trying to go somewhere for real. I'm trying to.
So you get upset, but you gotta learn how to control that. So
control
as
it, yeah.
coaches,
'Cause, like-
how important do y'all think it is for y'all players to learn emotional regulation and put that?
Real
Like
important.
I know some like that's going on the field, or whatever, and like the coaches or mama or parents or whatever, they're like tell me something different, but I'm seeing something totally different. Like a player, something like I see something totally different. While the coach telling me to do this, but I see something totally different. So I'm gonna do what I think I feel, and I make a good play off of it. Like they don't.
So you saying you go off of your emotion, like the coach may be telling me to do something, but
yeah,
I got this.
I feel something else, and I do it, and it'll be a successful play.
That's instinct.
Yeah,
You
that's
talking
your
instinct.
Yeah, that ain't
Emotion is how you
It's red.
how you feeling.
He
Right.
he
Oh, yeah, I
got
get
made,
mad.
so he pushed me, and now
I get
don't
mad
know.
on the field real quick. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But you can't do that, Jeremiah. You can't.
I don't know.
You can't run up on people and think.
I don't run up on nobody now. They'll run up on
I
me
know
and
it's
I
different,
just
but like
snap off.
I'll get mad at refs for a bad call or something like that.
Now I don't get mad
yeah,
at
sure.
refs no more. I
I
start that.
don't even say that. I got
Real gonna be a ref.
Okay, we're gonna go to
Parents,
that.
that's
I
your
got a
job.
question for
Used to
that.
have like
Hey,
10.
so
But
you
back
can't.
to the coaches.
Yeah, so you can't like. So what you doing? What you saying? You playing off of like Coach said. That's your instincts. You know what I'm saying? Like that's great to have in any sport that you play. You know what I'm saying? That's something that we can't really coach up. You know what I'm saying? Like your instinct is something you gotta have. But as far as like, you know what I'm saying, like becoming too emotional, like being passionate is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like you supposed to be passionate about, you know what I'm saying, the sport that you love. You know what I'm saying? So we want you to want it more than the next person. Like that's called being competitive. But at the same time, you can't argue with no refs. You can't argue with your coach. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get to the point for where you so hot, then you can't calm down. You know what I'm saying? You're not even listening to us or the ref. You know what I'm saying? You taking that moment, like, you know what I mean? You consider it like uncoachable. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? You know, not an issue because I done took anger management before. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we go through stuff in life, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, when we adrenaline pumping, you know what I'm saying? All you know is go. You feel what I'm saying? But you got to be able to control it, bro, because I don't know if you ever heard from anybody, it say in the Bible, man, he who angers you controls you. You know what I'm saying? So the person that you gave, you know what I'm saying, you let get you upset like that, bro, he won. You feel what I'm saying? Like he got the reaction that he wanted. You know what I'm saying? So like you playing basketball, he made you so mad, that's a tick. You out the game. You know what I'm saying? Or them 3 points on the football field, that's a flag. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, you just gotta be mindful of that. You know what I'm saying? And be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Take note of it. You know what I mean? I got your net play. You know what I'm saying? But don't let it, you know what I'm saying, cause a penalty to your team, you know what I'm saying? Or you let somebody play you out of character. That's in real life too. You know what I'm saying? Because you let somebody play you out of character, they trying to play you out of streets. You feel what I'm saying? So you don't let nobody get you there angry for where they gonna control your reaction.
Emotion for us, black men in general, right? It's not something we have a luxury of being able to act off of. That's on the football field. That's off the football field, right? Yeah. On the football field, you can't respond with emotion because, like Coach said, that penalty, that costs the team. It don't cost you. It costs the team. If you multiple infractions, now it's costing you, but it's still costing the team even more, right? So you can't afford that. Just like in life, situation you out, you somewhere, somebody do something that you don't like, you immediately act off emotion, right? You don't put no thought process into it. Well, now who knows? Prime example, right? I'm 18 years old, right?
We were in
Day
high
I we was in high school. Actually, I was graduating from high school earlier that day, and that week. But basically went to a little, graduation party.
I lived in Fayetteville. I moved. I lived in Fayetteville, but we from College Park, and so I went to a different high school. So I would be like, "Oh, y'all, they having a party out here. Like, y'all come out here." When we was in high school, Rock was the man. He had a car, he dressed nice. He had when he played sports. So I'm like, y'all, they having a party out here. Y'all pull up. So they come, like 10 cars, like it's a bowling alley.
We come, me, our mother partners, we grew up with, a bunch of people we grew up with. So we get there, and of course, it's some folks that we don't get along with. We know we don't get along with them. Anytime we see them, it's an issue, right? But this particular night, I'm going off emotion, right? I just lost my cousin. I just graduated, right, the day before. But then I just lost my cousin the night before, too. So now I'm at this event. I ain't even thinking about, nothing else other than really what I just went through. So we walk in, they say something, and immediately it snapped. So now we outside. Nah, we ain't out. Shoot. Yeah, it's a different game, right?
Like,
it's a different game at this point.
Like running,
Yeah.
And mind you, we in Fayetteville. They don't play out there. The police got there so fast. And I'm like, I had a child when I was in high school. So all this going on, I have a baby. My baby wasn't there, but I have a baby. I could have got shot.
Yeah.
He could have got killed. He just graduated. You going to college, and it's like,
yeah,
where you going?
All off emotion, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like, I'm in the spot. Y'all don't supposed to be here because I'm here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all disrespecting me by being here because I'm here. That's how I'm looking at it, right? Y'all done said something to me, so everything I'm doing is off pure emotion.
Yeah.
I ain't thinking about the fact that it's an opportunity that I ain't gonna get a chance to go to Tuskegee. I'm not looking at the fact that, like she said, that altercation, one of my friends could have lost their life. I could have lost my life. I could have lost my freedom. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot coming to when you act on things with just emotion. And as black men, we don't get that opportunity to be able to act off emotions. We gotta approach every situation with a clear mind, with a positive mind, with an understanding of I got more to lose than just what's in this moment. So,
another thing about your emotion, you gotta know how to control that, because scouts at the game, they don't just only look at your skill, they look at your body language, how you talk to the team, and how you carry yourself. So you gotta learn how to control yourself, because you'll never know who's watching. Also, like Coach said, off the field, he went into a situation and he just wasn't thinking. You feel what I'm saying? How many of y'all really make decisions and y'all don't be thinking about it? Y'all just act.
All y'all do it. All y'all do it.
Everybody, right?
Everybody.
Yeah.
Not only on the field, they watch you off the field also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they looking at your character, how you is on it.
What you post on Instagram.
All that. Watching everything, your social media, every grade, yeah.
So you have to be mindful. And social media, y'all post the dumbest stuff. Y'all know I be in tune with all y'all, and y'all be posting stuff, and it just blows me away. Y'all know, because we got a group chat, and I will get in there quick and be like, y'all done lost y'all mind. What are y'all doing? I see y'all videos, and I'm gonna let Genarlow speak. I'll give y'all a little background on him. D1 athlete. They say he was potentially a first round draft pick. I'm not glazing. Y'all can Google it. It's real stuff. His 12th grade year. You know how y'all get Airbnbs now. We get a little older, so we used to get hotels. New Year's Eve party. They get a hotel. Girls come, boys come. They doing what they don't have no business doing. Yeah. They having sex, they drinking, they doing all that. And the girl wake up the next day and oh, yeah, somebody raped me. And y'all recorded it. Yeah. So
evidence right
you get this train ran on you, and the police come and they looking in everybody's phone oh, you did it. Now Genarlow, who's 17 at the time, D1 athlete, star football player, NFL prospect, and you on video having oral sex with a girl. She 15. She said you could do it. She let you. You're not forcing her, but you're on video. And you 15. She's 15 and you're 17. So they arrest you. They say it's statutory rape, and then you go to prison for 2 years. She said you could do it. She told her mama, like, yeah, I told him I'm gonna give him some head, and I did it, and I did it on camera. But he's still 17 and she 15. This man went to prison for 2 years.
Yeah,
No more football, no more.
Yeah, I went for 3. You know what I mean? So yeah, so how many of y'all know what the age of consent is in Georgia?
What is it?
Like 3 to 4 years.
No, yeah. So you say 16, right? 16, yeah. So the age of consent in Georgia for having consensual sex is 16 years old. If a person under the age of 16, you cannot consent to any sexual act. How did you figure out what that?
Well, I got a class. What's it called? I think it's personal fitness or something. They talk about personal health. They talk about sexual things, diseases, how you can get diseases.
Oh yeah.
Things like that. So, yeah.
Okay, facts. So I'm glad y'all learning about that now. When we was in school, like when me and Coach and, Coach Swain, we was in school, they didn't have that, So we didn't really get, like taught what the laws were, because in most of the time, if you're in high school, if you're an athlete, and you're an upperclassman, you might have a younger classman that like you. You're going to have multiple girls that like you. If you, just like, the girls, they're going to have, guys in different classes like them as well. So, like Coach Swain said, man, New Year's Eve, trying to bring the new year in right. We didn't have social media then. But my homeboy had a camcorder. So he brought the camcorder out. We had somebody that was over the age of 18 by the room. We had somebody 21 by the liquor. So my other buddy had the weed. So we were smoking, we were drinking. I was drunk, at the time. I had dread then, I wore gold tee, had tattoo. What you also got to understand is perception is reality. How people look at you and how they're going to view you. Even before you open, even before they hear, see where you at right here, or you open your mouth. So after that, the night, like, the girl woke up the next day, said she had been taken advantage of. I didn't stay. My mama, she, single mama home. My mama worked at Grown Folk Cafe on Old National. I know she don't get home to 3. I be her home. I get home 2:45, like I never had went nowhere. Yeah. The next morning I get a call like, hey, yo, G, man, everybody at the police station, man, somebody, at the party said they've been taking advantage of. I'm like, man, what party? They were like, man, the party you was at. And so I'm like, oh, man, like, I don't remember. So I finally, talked to somebody, my partners know who was at the police station. They were like, man, police want to talk to you. You want to tape. I'm like, man, I'm on the tape. Like, I want to tape doing what? They were like, man, yeah, you were getting some head. Yeah. Now, I'm so under the influence of alcohol, bro, I don't even know that I'm being recorded. You feel what I'm saying? So finally, the detective came to my house. I got put in that room just like, I don't know how many of y'all ever been in a room being interrogation. Yeah. You know what it feel like then, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm in there telling them everything that was going on, and first day back from my second semester, they came and knocked on the door. So I had like 20 minutes left. I was finna, get ready to leave out of third period. The same detective that questioned me that was outside, they put me in handcuffs and walked me out to school. Now for me, that was probably the most embarrassing thing I ever experienced because I dedicated all my time to, athletics at school, track, football. I was homecoming king, 3.2 GPA, all that, you know what I mean? But none of that mattered once some coats got on me, you know what I'm saying? So they walked me out. They told me what I was charged with. I was charged with rape, aggravated child molestation, kidnapping, and aggravated sodomy.
He a child himself, and he charged with child molestation. Yeah. So y'all think about that when y'all, she in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Let her go on about her business. You in high school now. I don't care how grown they look like. No.
That's a couple years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we went to court the next morning. You know what I'm saying? And then so the judge, you know what I'm saying, they asked the judge for a bond. The judge said no, you know what I'm saying, that we were menace to society. Because it wasn't just me. I had 5 other co-defendants on the case. They said we was a menace to society, denied the bond. So we stayed in jail for a month before we actually got a bond, you know what I'm saying? And it was a $25,000 bond. Now me, I'm be real, I don't come from that. You know what I'm saying? It was just me and my mom and my little sister in the house. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no dad. You know, my mom ain't had that money to bum me out, but she was able to, you know what I'm saying, find somebody who had a property, and they did a property bond. You know what I'm saying? Which got me out, meaning if I didn't go to court, they can take that person's house. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't go back to school, couldn't go to my football banquet. All them colleges that were coming up to the school seeing me, the letters I was getting. Man, y'all ever been into a house, you know what I mean? You cut the lights on, you see a roach run out.
Yeah.
Like, J keeping the real. You seen the roach run out when the light come on, right?
Yeah.
That's how them colleges was, bro. Like, they scattered. They ain't want nothing to do with me. Because who wants to spend this money on a kid who has character concerns, character issues? You know what I'm saying? When you can spend that money with someone else, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what the talent look like. This somebody who want to go to class, do what they supposed to do, you know what I'm saying, and not have no issues off the field. They gonna spend their money with them, you know what I'm saying, versus you. So went to court, man, went to trial. The girl mom stated that everything her daughter did was on her own will, but it didn't matter. The DA said they couldn't turn a blind eye to crime. So once you catch that charge, you feel what I'm saying, it's hard to get out of that situation just because they feel like you broke the law. So my trial, I had 17 witnesses. All of them was for me. And the jury forewoman, which is the lady who, you know what I'm saying, said guilty or not guilty, she asked the judge a question when they were deliberating. She said, what if the defendant did not have the intent to commit the crime? And the judge said, it don't matter. Ignorance is not an exception. Y'all know what ignorance is.
When you don't know something.
Right. So just because you don't know something, don't mean that you ain't gonna get charged. That ain't no excuse. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like you're supposed to educate yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to know better.
You're supposed to do it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So that's when my legal process started, man. You know what I'm saying? I ended up going to prison. I was sentenced to a mandatory 10 years in prison.
I'm sorry. He got sentenced 10 years for getting some head.
Yep.
So when y'all be so ready to just, and cool, bro, we got him.
Yeah. Cause once you record, bro, you can't, like, you send it to your homeboy gonna send it to somebody else. Right. Or you in a place, you airdrop it and everybody get it. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's child pornography. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, and that girl's parents come up to the school or said that you touched her or y'all had sex and y'all done broke up and you done somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Even if y'all at a playground, at an open space, I know Mom Dukes ain't going for y'all having no girls in the house. If you somewhere in a public place, in a car, kids see you, police call, bruh, that's something for where you can get yourself on the sex offender registry. You know what I'm saying? And all them, I'm going to the league, I want to do this for my mama. Bruh, that's dead, bruh. Like, I went for a consensual act. You feel what I'm saying? It didn't matter. These laws weren't meant for kids having sex with kids, but because we felt like we were trying to be adults and be grown and do stuff we weren't supposed to be doing, because I will say, even though I was doing it, bro, I don't condone it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm going to tell y'all, don't do it right now. You feel what I'm saying? Girls are going to be there. Do what you got to do, man. Get your lesson, work hard. You know what I'm saying? Go to college. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go to college, man, you can take care of your family in college. You know what I'm saying?
This from a video, right, Coach?
Yeah, all that from a video, man. And this wasn't even social media then. You know what I'm saying? So
that means y'all got it 10 times worse.
Yeah.
Because, like Coach said, you talking about a time we ain't have no camera phone. Yeah, camcorder, right, Coach?
Yeah,
camcorder. Everybody sitting right here got a camera phone. Everybody sitting right here got an IG. Everybody probably sitting right here probably got a TikTok. Some type of social media, right?
Yeah.
Y'all got groups. I know. Cause like we talked earlier, I got a relationship with my players, right? So they said, I'm Coach Rock, man. They gonna tell me what I coach, man. I got this one right here. I got this, man. You see this call? I'm like, man, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Them videos, that social media, you have to be careful what you put in, what you just simply record, even if you ain't posting it. Cause that's the evidence, right? That's the evidence right there. And we be so quick to just post. As athletes, the only thing that should be on y'all social media is sports, academics. All y'all say y'all want to get to the next level. Because another thing that me and Coach we didn't have coming up with social media was y'all got the aspect of they can recruit y'all right from y'all social media.
Yeah.
That recruiter can DM you. That recruiter can hit you right there. Hey, here's my number. Give me a call. You know what I mean?
Post your highlights on your social media.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Post your jersey. Post your
your GPA. Post that.
Yeah.
Post your workouts, right? Post the positive things. Family outings. Post them. Me and my family, we enjoy spending time together. Show them what type of young man you are. That's how social media should be for right now, especially if y'all talking about y'all athletes, right?
Yeah.
Everything else, man. Yeah, I know for a fact, cause right, that was my whole give and take. Right? My whole give and take was when I was growing up, I rolled with, you know what I'm saying? I hung with some of the, wildest folks on the south side.
He was with YN.
I was a YN at one point, right? So, but at the same time, I was a next level athlete, right? Instead of me locking in on what I need to be focused on, which was football.
You can't do both.
You can't do both. You can't. So that's what caused me, and there's nothing wrong with going with an HBCU, but like all y'all right here, I had the same aspirations as y'all. I want to make it to the league. I want to get more on Dukes out of the situation, but I wouldn't take all the steps needed. It's so much harder for y'all now because y'all got so much more distraction. It's so much easier for y'all to get in trouble now. So when y'all see yourselves in these situations, y'all got to sit back and say, hold up. All right, now this is for this. Let me use this for this. Or I got this, you know what I'm saying? I got to go handle this. I can't be fooling around over here. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So that's it, man. And don't let something simple take you out of what it is you're trying to do. So.
I will say, Genarlow case did make national headlines. Like I said, if you Google his name, it'll come up. And he got sentenced 10 years. He did 3. He got out. Got a full ride to Morehouse College, graduated from Morehouse College. So you can still succeed. Now those football dreams, like, how do you feel about?
I mean, like you said, like, I was able to finally, I got the law changed, you know what I'm saying? So that, that how you was able to, have the classes, like, about the age of consent. And, teenagers is, not a felony, but a misdemeanor now. You know what I'm saying? So I did get the law changed and it was able to help other people. But I did get a scholarship from Tom Joyner. I did like a lot of interviews, did like ESPN, 2020 prime time, all that stuff. So I was able to, like a lot of people, in prison, they innocent. They don't get the support. I was grateful to get the support, you know what I'm saying? And I got a second chance. So when I got out and went to Morehouse, you know what I'm saying, I had an academic scholarship. I played football, but, like me and Coach said earlier before filming, man, going through clearinghouse and all the other stuff, I wasn't getting no football money. I was getting, my money from, academics. And I was able to be on the dean's list and all that. I was like, man, I'm going to just focus on my grades and get my degree from my mama, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I can get this job, take care of her, you know what I'm saying? So, yes, you still can get back on track, you know what I'm saying? If you make a mistake, none of us are here telling you life don't be perfect. You know what I'm saying? But we're telling you got to have the strength, you know what I'm saying, to push through, man. You know what I'm saying? Always remember your why. If you want to do something, never let nobody tell you no. You know what I'm saying? You can't accomplish it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I was told that, oh, man, I was just going to get right back in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that coach done heard that before, too. You know what I'm saying? So we had to, you know what I'm saying, find it within ourselves to be like, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? We ain't finna be no another stereotype. You know what I'm saying? You're not finna dictate how my life gonna be. Everybody got a story, bro. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on, you know what I'm saying, whether you choose to be your own author or not. You know what I'm saying? You got to write your own story. You feel me? So you just got to just keep going. You know what I'm saying? That's what I chose to do.
So you just said something about HBCUs and D1. I'm always going to encourage everybody to go to an HBCU. You went to an HBCU and graduated from it, but with athletes, what is the difference between D1 and do y'all know the difference between D1 schools and HBCUs?
Yeah.
What's
Historical Black College?
I know what it stands for, but do you know the difference between like going to a D1 school versus? Y'all know the difference between going to a D1 school versus the HBCU?
Yeah. HBCU, I don't know. Like you can explore all the other stuff. Like you explore everything that you want to do. Like it's more opportunities out there than just sport and stuff like that. Yeah.
I mean, that's gonna be every college. You know what I'm saying?
Every college.
And so D1 is basically like it's Division 1. You know what I'm saying? HBCU, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be more so Division 2. You know what I'm saying? And some D1, some HBCU are D1. You know what I'm saying? But the difference is like, man, the stage might not be as big. You know what I'm saying? To certain individuals. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. You still have athletes at you know what I'm saying, HBCU, and some kids from HBCU that made it to the league. You know what I'm saying? Look at Shiloh. You know what I'm saying? Shiloh. Look at Shadur. Look at Travis. They started at HBCU.
Yeah.
Then they, you know what I'm saying? They transferred. You know what I'm saying?
No, but
You
they
got a
came
lot of
out.
guys who-
What's the name?
over the years, NFL guys who have made it through off HBCU, right? But the difference is, as a guy who went to a HBCU, I went to 2 HBCU, I went to a D1 AA, and then of course I had friends that went to Power Fives, right? And on the weekends, I'm coming home, I'm going to see what they got going on at Tech. I'm going to see what they going on down there in Athens and even Alabama, because I had buddies that went there, right? With the HBCU though, is something for us, right? It's a place for us. And don't get me wrong, if you got pro aspirations, you can do it there. But the road is harder. They don't get as much exposure. They don't have as much funding, right? They don't have as much, when you're talking facilities and all these different things. When I was at Tuskegee University, our medical room was a trip. We walk on the practice football field. We had holes. We got to flip cones over in the holes. Tuskegee University is one of the richest HBCUs, but it's just a different landscape, right? Theirs is going to their agricultural program. It's going to their veterinarian program. Yeah. Sports is not the focus there. Whereas when you go into these Power Fives and these D1 schools, the business is the sports, right? Basketball, football. That's where you're starting to see now why we seeing them give you guys NIL opportunities now, right? Because it's a business, and those are the schools that are gonna connect with it more so. Those Power 5 D1 schools, they're gonna give you a little more opportunity on all levels. But that nothing is to take away from HBCU, right? Because I'm an HBCU graduate, and I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world. But I will say, it just for each person, it's a route to go, right? And you gotta figure out what's the best route for you. HBCU is a completely different way of navigating through school versus a D1 school, Power 5 school, however you want to call it. The experiences are different, So it's just a matter of when you guys get the opportunities to start these visits. Like I got guys, I was telling you, I got guys, they go on a couple spring games today at Georgia Tech, spring practices and stuff. When you get these opportunities to go on these visits, pay attention. Check your surroundings. Go ahead. Go ahead. I was just gonna say, don't not experience both sides of it when you're trying to figure it out.
Those NIL deals he was just talking about. So NIL stands for name, image, and likeness. Mm-hmm. You have to keep your image clean. Like if you trying to get an NIL deal, and just how he said, like you can get one at an HBCU. We were talking about this the other day. It might not be Foot like Nike or something like that. It might be the barbershop down the street. It might be the soul food restaurant, but they will still pay you. Like Shador Sanders, $4.7 million. He the highest paid college athlete. $4.7 million. Yeah. Out of the 100 ranked athletes that have NIL deals, the 100th ranked one is at $583,000. If that's what y'all want and are trying to work towards, you have to keep your face card clean, your name clean, your social media clean. And then I was looking, researching, like, people get NIL deals off of their name. Like, what's their boy name? JaQuincy, but his nickname is Kool-Aid. He got a Kool-Aid deal. Because he a good player. Like, the coldest Crawford, he got to deal with an air conditioning company. Like, so y'all think about stuff like
for the coaches. Mm-hmm. So like, can you get an offer in ninth grade?
So you got different levels of it, right? So a school can offer you. It's certain times they can offer you, but now you see offers as young as maybe like 6th, 7th grade.
Right.
A lot of those aren't committable offers. Most of the times you don't get those committable offers until really the end of your sophomore, beginning of your junior year. Unless you one of those guys is, like she said, you an NIL in high school, you know what I'm saying? You all state, all region type of guy, and you came in freshman year, starting varsity, contributing. You got. Hey, you know, it'll start right then. You know what I mean? But it's really based off their school when they want to give you that committable offer. So.
So y'all got any more questions, comments? Like, what y'all feeling like after getting this game?
It will help.
Yeah.
Very.
You gonna take it back with you and do something with it.
Do something. Do something better.
I'm just looking at y'all, man, and I'm looking at y'all athletes, and it's like, okay, cool. I got different sizes. You hoop, right?
Yeah.
Definitely got the size for it. Let me guess, you play running back?
Me?
Yeah. Got the size for it. Same here, right? I can pick y'all out and tell y'all kind of what positions y'all play and stuff like that. Only thing I'm gonna tell y'all moving forward, man, just make sure that y'all pouring into your craft. Making sure it's your responsibility to get better. I was sitting in a coach's clinic a couple weeks ago with Marcus Wilson, defense coordinator at Arkansas, right? And basically he said was, until y'all figure out the player, that your success doesn't start and finish with your coach and your parents, then you'll be successful, right? You have to be the beginning and the end of how bad you want it, how successful I want to be. Your parents should always want great things for you. But at the end of the day, it's how far you gonna push yourself and how much you willing to put in yourself in order to get to where you go. That's gonna really define you and get you where you want to go.
I got a question for the coaches. What advice would y'all give a senior going into college?
I got you. So really and truly, I'll be real with you. In high school, your most important year is your junior year. Your junior year, especially when you're talking football and basketball, I'm familiar with those two sports the most. That's your biggest year. That's where you want to make sure that you're putting up your best stats, your best tape, because now you're supposed to be a varsity guy, right? We got some 9th graders, some 10th graders, they play JV, right? But we know 11th grade, that's your time. That's your opportunity. It ain't no, you know what I'm saying, I can play. No, 11th grade, that's your entry level right there. That's your application, your demonstration, all of that. 11th grade year. Take that as serious. Take all years seriously because, you know, of course, 4 years, it'll blow by, right, Coach? Yeah. Right? It'll blow by in a minute, but your junior year is when recruiters really hit you hard. You get more opportunities to visit. You get more opportunities to, you know, interact with those recruiters. You know, you getting more time with the different college coaches and this, that, and the third. So that really starts your junior year. Senior year, that's really just a year for you to enjoy. Put up big numbers, right, on the field, keep your grades up. But that's really your farewell tour. I'm done.
Now, I will say, like, all y'all are good athletes. I will say that. But if your talent does not match up with your GPA, it really don't even matter. When it's time to go to these schools and apply, if your GPA is not matching up with the talent, it's like, oh, well, he could play good and he get good grades. You just could play good, so we gonna go with him.
Yeah, that's the first thing they gonna look at your GPA.
What's up?
I just forgot that fast. Never mind.
Yeah, that's the first thing they gonna look at your GPA though, for real.
You a student athlete first, fellas. Yep. Yeah. So your grades gonna come first. Coach, like he said, he coached at Henry County Little League football. I coached at Clayton County Little League. I got my own Little League team too. We both won the championship in our league this year. But Coach will tell you, like, just being in those situations right there and understanding, even at the rec level, we driving into them now. Hey, man, you gotta have the grades. You gotta have the grades. Ain't nothing more important than the grades. You could be, I'm telling you, me and Coach done seen it. So many guys that been elite athletes on, you know, at our age, when we was y'all age. I'm talking about they better than some of the guys we know, right? We know guys is better than the Calvin Johnsons. We know guys is better than Mike Vicks. We know guys is better than, you know, some of these guys that grew up in our neighborhoods, but nobody know them. Why? Because they didn't have the grades. They didn't give themselves the opportunity to get to that next level because ultimately all I needed was my talent. Nah, man. But guess what? Film, you gotta know how to dissect film. You gotta have an IQ for that. Being able to evaluate scheme from a different team, you gotta have IQ for that. Being able to learn and know a playbook. Y'all know how many audible calls and, you know what I'm saying, check downs and check plays you got at high school. college and the next level, you got to have that education. It all play a part into it. I don't know if y'all watched the combine this past weekend or not, but they take them in a room after they run and they do all that, they different things. They take them in the room and they interview them. They interview their IQ. How well do you know the game of football? And that comes from school. You have to know these things because guess what? It ain't nothing but critical thinking we doing as far as coaches and players when we play scheming, game scheming for another team. That's it. Critical thinking.
I ain't gonna lie, as a freshman, it was very hard to learn the plays as a freshman because you just can't. You really don't know all the plays, so you got to study the plays overnight. Plus, do homework. A lot of stuff you got to do. So
I'm up 2-3 in the morning on Friday nights, Saturday nights after a Friday night game. I'm up. I'm on huddle already.
Yeah, sure.
What do we do?
How
we look? Do we execute the way we prepared as a coach? But as a player, you have to be doing that too.
Yeah.
And it comes much easier if you got that education from that classroom that's giving you them critical thinking skills. That's giving you them problem solving skills, right? Mm-hmm. It's a whole lot easier when you get ready to break down and dissect it.
Okay, so we about to wrap it up, guys. I was coming to an end. I thank y'all so much for being here. I really enjoyed y'all. I enjoyed this conversation with y'all. Thank you, coaches, for being here. Y'all gave some really good takeaways. I appreciate you guys' input. And I also want to say, y'all are student athletes, but y'all are still children. So y'all can enjoy, life and have friends. But if all this trying to go to the league and next level, ain't too much time for nothing else. School and perfecting your craft.
Right.
Because it's 100 other kids that want to do the same thing y'all do. But you got to separate yourself from them. What makes me better than them?
Yeah.
I'm putting in work for real.
And never give up, too.
And keep going.
Hey, look, man, shoot. And like Coach Swain said, like Coach Rock said, man, look, just continue working, man. Outwork the work. You know what I'm saying? Be a good student first. Be a good person first. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody, sway your thinking. Feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to learn to start thinking critical. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to have emotional intelligence. Yeah. These are things that you need to succeed in life, but definitely don't, if you hanging around a bad group of kids, man, you know what I'm saying? We can love them, you know what I'm saying? But 9 times out of 10, man, some of the friends you got now, you might not have them 5 to 10 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Just because y'all gonna grow apart. You know what I'm saying? You may be doing something different. He may be doing something different. But y'all both got the same 24 hours in the day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You pick to choose, you know what I'm saying, what you do with yours, and they pick to choose what they do with theirs. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no little loss. Yeah. But at the end of the day, man, don't, you know what I'm saying, just because they doing wrong, don't let them sway you wrong. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you got goals, you know what I'm saying? So just keep going, keep going, keep going.
Also gotta have a high self-esteem,
yeah.
You gotta believe in yourself before anybody else do.
So you gotta feel like you the man for real.
Yeah, you gotta feel like you
supposed to come in, feel like you the one.
Hey, but also understand, man, it's cool to be lame too. You know what I'm saying?
It is, bro. It is. He telling y'all something like she told you. When I was growing up, bro, I was him, right?
Yeah.
I was a star athlete. I had box shit on foes. I had, you know what I'm saying? I stayed with. I always had it on, right? Yeah. But if I was, I'm gonna be real. If I was just a little more lame, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And not to say that, I was wanting to be lame, but it was just like if I was a little more under the radar. Yeah. If I focused on a few different things, then I probably could have seen some difference, right?
Right.
So that's right.
I mean, but at the end of the day, Coach, you were meant to be who you was. You know what I'm saying? Because I had the same kind of motion.
Everything happened for a reason.
Everything happened for a reason, bro.
Well, I believe in that.
Yeah.
Everything happened for a reason.
Yeah.
Don't want to take.
But I know at the moment of time, wherever it happened, you want to rethink that choice and do it.
That's why I just I rather take the consequence. I don't do too much.
But also understand, my boy,
that's the list.
You can make a bad choice, but you can't pick the consequence.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I say it's cool to be lame, because you only lame when you're not doing what they want you to do. You know what I'm saying? If you know who you are and you can be like, nah, bro, I don't want to hit that gas, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or nah, I ain't getting in the car. You know when them folk got a tool, they going to do something. Nah, I ain't getting in there. Because you can be a party to a crime just because you there. You get the same time them folks get. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, they, bro, you lame. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to be, you know what I'm saying, comfortable within yourself where you accepting to that. You feel what I'm saying? But now don't take the consequence, my boy.
Yeah.
Like, just make a better choice.
Absolutely.
Last thing, be a leader, don't be a follower too.
Yeah.
And that's our episode for today. Thank y'all for joining us. Thank y'all for being here. We really appreciate y'all. That's a wrap.
It's awful.